All right. So this is Monday Behind the Sounds. This video is just me speaking, talking, letting you know what I'm doing. So that being said, last week I was going to go to a couple coffee shops. Life happened. But this week, I'm going to get some coffee shop ambience later on tonight, early in the morning. I'm going to upload some audio sounds to the 24-hour live, which is audio only. That's going to happen as soon as I'm done here. But anyways, so I'm going to go get some coffee shop ambient sounds. We've talked about this in the last one. I didn't do it. But anyways, I keep repeating myself. I don't know why. I just do. But I'm going to go to Zombies in Concord, the city of Concord. Then I'm going to go from there to Maya's the next morning, Thursday morning, in Monterey. Now there's a little coffee shop I want to get into, get some ambient noises, and that's the coffee shop in San Francisco where Robin Williams used to go into all the time. I want to try to get by there, see if I can get in there, get some ambient noises. Now, Maya's isn't going to dig me having a camera in there. So, if I can't get my 360 camera in there, I'm going to take my little one in. Now, with Maya's, I'm going to drop by the Coffee Republic again, too. With Maya's and the Coffee Republic, they're going to let me put a couple little microphones up by the espresso machine. So this is a white one. I have ones that are black, but they look like this. Little itty bitty. And they're magnetic. I don't have anything here. That is, wow, that's kind of weird. I don't have anything here that's metallic. But this will stick right on the side of that coffee machine. And I've got two. They'll probably be the black ones, but they're the same, but different. They look just like each other, but these are white, the other ones are black. So, what I'm going to do is, this is not a dynamic, this is what's the word I'm looking for? Dang it. It's not cardioid. It's it's not a cardioid polar pattern. It's a 360. I'll think of as soon as I'm done with this, I'll remember the polar pattern it is. But it's 360 degrees all the way around. So it hears everything. It's not one direction. But I'll put this on the machine. We'll get the slurping sounds. We'll get the foaming sounds. We'll get the good sounds. This one here, I might go over and put it over by, see the espresso machines here. And then there's a long kind of a case, about 6, 7 foot long. Then the counter starts there. If I can get one on this side, that'll give you everything when they're checking people out. You hear the noises, the drawer. It's got kind of an old cash register. You hear them pulling coffee, setting the coffee on the counter. I think this would be real nice, real good ambient noise, ambient sounds. Now with these, I will bring them back into here. And I'll put them in a sampler. And I'll isolate the sounds. So I'll isolate them down so that I'll have the ambient noise of the whole thing going on. But then I'll isolate it down and EQ that so you get I'll have just espresso machine sounds. I'll be able to isolate the cash register, the cup sliding, so I can break each one of those up for a sound effect for stock. So if you're doing this is, now, I've never done it with these microphones. I've done it with shotgun microphones. And I don't know why it wouldn't work. I have done it with a pair of Sennheiser wirelesses, though. And these probably just as good. I don't know. We're going to find out. But this is how I get certain things. I actually put them in a sampler so I can isolate just the sound. And then I can EQ all the other stuff out. And then I can also change pitches and stuff. So we'll have the long block. And then I'll enhance those triggers. And we'll make it something really cool. That's the plan anyways. As you know, lately my plans haven't been going the way they need to be. But that's the plan. So I'm going to drop by the Coffee Republic. I'm going to head out to Zombies. Over into Maya's. When I come back around, I'm going to go to this little coffee shop, and I don't know the name of it. But it's down in, over in the city by the Golden Gate Bridge, and Robin Williams used to go in there all the time, and I've been in there once. And it's kind of a cool little place. And real early in the morning, that's when I was there. And I remember them saying, hey, Robin Williams used to be there. So that's the plan. That's the plan. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to get some sounds. Now, while I am there, I plan on taking my GH5 with me. And if everything goes right, after I'm done with Maya's, that night I'm going to bounce out to the wharf. And some interesting noises last time I was out there. Some interesting sounds. And I'm going to take some video back towards Cannery Row. There's a pier that comes off just before Cannery Row, and I should be able to get out there and get back up to the wharf and get that lit up at night. That's the goal. But while I'm there, I'm going to take some sounds of the waves, or probably some sea lions there. Might get some pretty interesting. There also is a fountain just before you get to Cannery Row, you'll drive up, you turn on Cannery Row. There's a hotel there with a coffee shop, another coffee shop. There's a fountain there. That's pretty interesting with, having the trickling and the background noise. That is really interesting to me. And I'll do that with a GH5, a big battery, cage, neutral density filter, the whole works. I'll just run with that out there and put it on some tripod legs, sticks. And what's kind of weird is I don't use regular, I use what they call sticks because of photography. They're better for me for photography than a video tripod. So I use this thing called sticks. And what it is, it's just 3 legs with a ball head on it. A lot of people go, you can't get good video with that. Yeah, you can. You can. I'll probably use a monopod with a fluid head on it. That way I can pan. That's probably what I'll do. A monopod with a fluid head. A Panasonic Lumix GH5. A cage handle. I'll put a Cinco D2 shotgun mic on it. I have a Benro 4 or something monopod with the feet on the bottom, so I can roll with it. It's a video monopod. I use it to shoot my process stuff. So, like, let's say we're going into a factory or something, and I did a leather shop one time, and instead of having roller stuff, I just went in with a monopod with that on there, threw it on there, my backup my V-mount battery, lens hood, lens box, follow focus system, and then I put the handle up on my shoulder, and then I can move around real quick. I'm not in the way. The monopod. Benro 4 or something. I don't know. That is what's going on this week. Wednesday, I'm going to try to pull off, I know it's going to last Wednesday, a live Have Coffee With Me for night shift. A lot of these sounds I'm getting are going to be I'm getting them to cut them up for sound effects. But I'll have the long ambient sounds, and especially with putting these out there, these last like 9 hours. I'll throw them out there, get you a nice long bed of coffee ambience, whatever pops along. Again, I'll chop all this up for sound effects, but I'll make a nice bed, and what I chop up and I enhance, I'll put back in to make it a little more crisper, a little more gooder, all that goodness. That's it. It's behind the sounds. Again, I'm going to use a Lumix GH6, GH5, my Insta360 Go 3S. It's a little thumb size. Couple of these. Cinco D2 shotgun mic. Of course, I'm going to use a Zoom H5 Studio for the recorder for the Cinco. Now, I used to pack a Zoom F4, and I believe I have an F8 in someplace here. But I have found I do just as well with these smaller ones, if not better, because I can move them around and I'm quicker with them. They fit in the bag. The other ones fit in the bag, but you got to have more stuff. Just a little handy recorder. Plug the mics in. I do just as good as I did with the other ones. Now, don't get me wrong. For the Zoom F8, there is a place for that. These big recorders, there's a place for that. When I'm doing production work, and I got to mess with that sound, and I got to run comms, and I got multiple mics, that 32-bit float, unlike the F6, comes in super handy, and it's really easy because when we have comms and everything, and comms is a way for the crew to talk to each other, then I set a card up, and that recorder can sit on that card, and I can stack it with other stuff, other processors, to get that image that we need of the audio. Does that make sense? That's it. All I used for room tone on this is a little hum from my air conditioner. And don't forget, if you like what we're doing here, and stay tuned because I got some cool stuff coming. Trust me. Buy me a coffee. Better yet, become a member. Night shift. Become a member. And if you don't want to, that's cool too. I'm still here. Still going to put stuff out. We're still going to have fun. But I kind of designated this video for tonight. This is my telling you what I'm going to do. Oh, business. Talking about business. Hey, thanks for reminding me. This audio I'm getting, I'll sell on stock audio sites. I do real well with Pond 5. I sell a lot of sound effects on there. Now you got to remember, when you're selling stock stuff, stock video, stock sounds, there's not a lot of money in there. The money is in volume. So on this trip this week, I'm probably going to get 40 or 50 different pieces, after I cut them up, pieces of content I can sell. That's 50 on for one day. Now I go to Pond 5, and then I've got 3 others that you have to be invited to go to. That's where, once you get noticed and you're invited, that's where you can make a little bit of cash at this. But you can make a living at Pond 5. Here's the deal. A sound effect, one sound effect, I might make 50 cents or $1 on it. Sometimes a year. But if I make $1, look at it like this. It's the same way with video. I shoot 422 ProRes for video. That commands a higher price. And if you look at it like this, when I put a clip on, I make, there's something after you get used to doing it, I know what's going to sell and what's not. So if I deem a clip worthy to put on there, I'm going to make on Pond 5 maybe $5 a year off that clip. Now I've done this long enough that I know with the amount of clips I have in there, I average about $5 a year off a clip. Not every clip. But because the price is so different between them all, that it averages out to $5 a clip. The part of the math that you really need to grasp, I have 20,000 clips in there for video. I average $5 a clip a year. Audio, I average $1 a year for a, say, sound effect, a pack. I've got to have at least 70,000, 80,000 sound effects out there. So that if you want to do something with like this, that's how you have to look at it. It's the long game. It's the real long game. Remember, I've been putting my collection together for 20 years, but it's the long game. Right now, a real quick tip because it's business. Right now, if you have got a camera, if you got a phone, and you can get some nice steady video, any protests will sell. If you can get some good stuff walking through there, if you're at one, those will sell. And they sell for a hell of a lot more than $5 a clip a year. So, quick tip. Hope it didn't bore you. This is my talking video for the week because a lot of my people, they say they want to hear me talk. So that's where we're at. This week, coffee shop ambience. I chop them up into stuff to sell, but I'm going to make a video for you guys, and I'm going to make some sounds for the 24/7. If you want to do this, I'll throw hints out there sometimes on how to do this. And if you want to, let me know. Maybe I'll do a video of cutting them up. I mean, not right now. It'll be a little while. Super busy right now. But that's it. Become a member. Subscribe. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. Love doing them. A lot more to come. Appreciate it. Love you.